Today we're going to talk some speedway tracks of the 70s. First, we're at the MGM Grand, and it's not Las Vegas, it's Macau, China. And we had to load our bikes and we had to drive home. And it was like a 3-hour drive for most of us. So we get home at like 1:30. Some of us got home at 2:30 a.m. in the morning on Tuesday night, actually Wednesday morning, right? And then we had to go up for school. Most of us were all in high school at the time. About half the racers were in high school. The Morans, the Penhall, and Segalos, and all these guys were all in high school together. So we'd get home at, let's say, 1:30, 2:30 a.m., and we'd have to be at school at like 8 o'clock or 8:30. And then we'd have very red eyes, right, from like racing and then coming home and going to bed and then also getting up for school the next morning. They had these metal bleachers, I think, or wood bleachers, and it was like a nice size arena, and there's lots of people that went there. You know, Ventura, they drew a pretty good sized crowd for Speedway at the Ventura Fairgrounds, and the track was beautiful. I guess the Oxleys got the groundskeepers from Costa Mesa, moved them up over to Ventura, so they kind of worked on both tracks, and the Ventura Speedway had a beautifully well-groomed track. It was safe, it was fast. It was really a wonderful riding experience for those speedway racers at the Ventura Speedway at the fairgrounds. Ventura holds some really great memories for me. One of my favorite rides, one of my highlights of my speedway career was racing at the Ventura Raceway. It was one night I got there and I was very tired. I didn't want to race. And I was told to race, and I just wanted to sit in the stands. I never sat in the stands before. However, I went ahead and raced, and I won all 3 handicap races. And I was racing like the Moran brothers and Bruce Penhall and other great riders. But the main event was pretty hairy, I must say. I started as a low-level rider in the handicap. I was on like the 10. And Penhall and these guys are on like the 50, and it's about a 6-lap race. And about the 3rd lap into the race, I felt some people behind me, and I kind of looked to the side, and there was Juicy Brucey Penhall. He was passing me on the outside, staying away from me, and I was just giving it all the gas I could. And as I was giving it all the gas I could, Penhall was giving it all the gas he could. And we just fought, battled for about 3 laps, neck to neck. Penhall was right on my side, and I was exhausted. I went ahead and just rode hard. I said, you know, Penhall isn't going to beat me. Because my first race, Penhall beat me at the finish line. And I said, he's not going to beat me this time. And I ended up getting lucky and beating Bruce Penhall in that handicap main. And I had this trophy girl at Ventura. I had a girlfriend at the time, and she said, do not kiss the trophy girl. And she was the most beautiful trophy girl I've ever seen in my life. And I said, why? And she said, if you kiss the trophy girl, we're going to break up. I'm not going to like be with you no more. So the trophy girl wanted to kiss me. I was a little bit handsome, but not as handsome as Bruce. And I told the trophy girl, I can't, kiss you right now, so I'm very sorry. And she was a little disappointed, but I kept my girlfriend.